We have a new Indiana Jones movie, so today I'll be ranking all 5 Indiana Jones films from the worst to the best. Also remember, this is only my opinion, so be sure to leave your own list down below. Also consider subscribing if you enjoyed this video.
We would be honored if you would join us.
In last place we have Dial of Destiny. Now even though it is lower down, I still think this is an enjoyable movie. It does the best you can with an older Indiana Jones. It starts out with a great opening scene that recaptures the magic of the original trilogy and gives us great action. Definitely the best out of the entire movie. This is obviously because they de-aged Harrison Ford, which can look a bit off at times, but overall it's a very cool sequence. But when you get to the middle, it tries to be this fast moving adventure, but it doesn't work as well with an 80-year-old actor. So the action scenes feel limiting and they're not as exciting as they used to be. This definitely gives Harrison Ford a chance to shine more acting wise though. The side characters were also pretty annoying, but the film ended on a high note at least, and I loved how crazy the ending got. Up next is Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Now I've never viewed this as being the bad Indiana Jones movie like most people do, but due to some problems I can't have it much higher up. It would sort of be tied with Temple of Doom for me, but this movie, while it has some fun scenes, definitely has flaws. One of them being the overuse of CGI, and for the time this movie was created, isn't good CGI. This film's always well known for their stunts, and when you take that away, you just get generic action. Then the other issue is that this movie can get way too goofy. For example, the fridge scene or Matt swimming with the monkeys, it's super dumb. But I do actually like the whole alien plot, more than most people do. And the Crystal Skull itself is an interesting new artifact, so overall I wouldn't mind rewatching it, but objectively it isn't the best. Then we have Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Coming off the great film that is Raiders of the Lost Ark, this movie had a big task of reaching that level once again. But unfortunately, it doesn't fully reach that height. Now I do think this is a good movie, and really shines action wise, especially near the end, but at times it can go a bit too far. It can be too dark, too creepy, and sometimes pretty annoying. The first movie was really entertaining, and this one just feels a bit unpleasant at times, but when you get to the good moments they are fantastic. The opening chase and the long final battle are both great. Another thing this movie really nails is the tension. Now I'll probably watch one of the other films over this anytime, as it isn't the most entertaining but still a pretty solid movie. In second place we have Raiders of the Lost Ark, often described as the greatest adventure film of all time and one of the best movies of all time. And while I don't fully agree, I can see why. From the iconic main theme to the action scenes, this film is super entertaining and memorable. It of course gives us a great lead character who is played perfectly by Harrison Ford and just captures the feelings of the adventurers so well. Then looking at the plot, it is really a non-stop ride of action scenes and stunts that never gets boring. That is what this era of Indiana Jones films did so well, is the stunts. Where handing to the back of a truck is better and more exciting than the full CGI chases in the later films. And compared to some of the other movies that got a bit too goofy at times, this one has a perfect balance of tones. So just a great film that really set the example that so many other movies follow. But coming in at first place is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. This one and Raiders are both so close to being first place, but I gotta give it to this film. It has everything you want from an adventure movie. Great stunts, good action, traps, riddles, and interesting artifacts, as well as fun characters. This is easily the funniest Indiana Jones movie, as you get Indy's dad, played by none other than Sean Connery, who is such a fun addition. And of course, the action scenes are all fantastic. But it also gives us a third act that doesn't feature any action scenes, but at the same time it never gets boring, as it focuses on riddles and traps, which are always great to see in these movies. So put it all together, it is a perfect adventure movie and a great close to the original Indiana Jones trilogy. If the franchise ended here, I don't think anyone would have minded.